Apple doesn't just sell phones, they dominate the entire market. Year after year, most of the top 10 best-selling phones in the world are iPhones. Think about that, and here's the part that makes no sense. Apple does this with fewer features, weaker specs, and higher prices. On paper, Apple shouldn't be winning, but they are. Now sure, we could just say branding and end the video right here, but that would be lazy. The real question is why the branding works and how Apple has built a system where year after year, they always come out on top. Let's break it down. First, Apple has mastered the art of simplicity. If you want a Samsung phone, good luck. There are over 20 models every year. Galaxy A series, M series, S series, Fold, Flip. It's overwhelming. Apple, you get an iPhone. Maybe a Pro, maybe a Max, but that's it. The average customer doesn't want to do homework before buying a phone. They just want the phone. And Apple has made iPhone synonymous with smartphone. Think of it like cars. Samsung is Toyota. It's everywhere with dozens of models. Corolla, Camry, Prius, you name it. There's a car for every budget, every lifestyle, but it's overwhelming. Apple is like Porsche. They don't flood the market. They make a handful of models, but each one is instantly recognizable. When you buy a Porsche, you don't have to ask which one is the real Porsche. Same with iPhone. That's not just branding, that's strategy. Second, once you buy one Apple device, you're hooked. Your AirPods connect instantly. Your MacBook shares files with your iPhone in seconds. Your Apple Watch unlocks your Mac. Apple calls this the ecosystem. But let's be honest, it's a trap. Because once you're in, leaving is painful. Imagine switching to Android and losing iMessage, losing AirDrop, losing that seamless sync. Apple isn't selling you a phone, they're selling you a lifestyle subscription. And every product you add makes it harder to leave. Now yes, Apple's marketing is legendary, but let's dig into the how. They don't talk about megapixels or gigahertz, they tell stories. Shot on iPhone, it's not about the sensor size, it's about emotions, memories, feelings. And when Apple finally adds a feature Android had for years, like always on display, they don't call it finally, they call it a revolution. They control the narrative so well that people actually believe it. That's not just marketing, that's psychological warfare. Another reason Apple keeps winning is control. Apple designs the hardware, the software, and now even the chips. That means iPhones don't need 16 gigs of RAM or 6,000 milliamp hour batteries to feel fast. Apple squeezes every drop of efficiency out of their devices. Compare that to Android manufacturers who rely on Qualcomm chips, Google's OS, and their own custom skins. It's chaos. Apple, on the other hand, runs a tight ship, and it shows. Let's not ignore the obvious. Owning an iPhone is a flex. In the US, not having iMessage gets you labeled as the green bubble friend. In countries like India, China, and Brazil, iPhones are straight up luxury items, a status symbol as much as a phone. And because iPhones hold resale value better than almost any Android, people justify the higher price. It's not just tech, it's identity, and Apple knows it. So here's the truth. On paper, many Android phones are better. Bigger batteries, more cameras, faster charging. But winning isn't about specs. Winning is about mindshare. Apple has convinced the world that they don't just sell a phone, they sell the phone. And that's why year after year, no matter how hard competitors try, Apple still comes out on top. But what do you think? Does Apple deserve to keep winning, or are we all just falling